Dear friends, welcome to one and all. I am Dr. THANIGAIVELAN, Assistant Professor of Philosophy, ANNAMALAI University, Chidambaram, Tamil Nadu, India. Here we are going to Introduction to Philosophy. This session only for basic aspect of philosophy. We must know very well what is philosophy, because philosophy is the fundamental of everything. It's a king of all subject, father of all subject, and mother of all subject. It is the fundamental of each and every discipline. Basically, the word philosophy is derived from Greek root. That means etymologically derived from the two different Greek root, philo and sophia. Philo means wisdom and sophia means knowledge. And the word philosophy, love of wisdom. Therefore, the philosophy means love of wisdom. In traditionally, a philosophy discuss about a description of logic, ethics, aesthetics, sociology, psychology, anthropology, and etc. In the term philosophy surfacely means vision to outlook of the particular person to the particular things, while the philosophy can discuss about to literally the study of nature of meaning of universe and human life. Then there are the vast of the definition of the term philosophy. The many thinkers put definition of the term philosophy, like Plato. Philosophy aim at the knowledge of the eternal, of the essential nature of the thing. The great Greek philosopher Aristotle is simply definition of the philosophy. Philosophy is a science of which investigation the nature of being as it is in virtue of its own nature. The great founder of sociologist Auguste Comte, he defined philosophy is the science of science. And the Immanuel Kant, philosophy is a science of a criticism of the cognition. And the Fitch, the philosophy is the science of the knowledge. While the great Indian philosopher Dr. Radhakrishnan also mentioned the term philosophy. Philosophy is the logical inquiry into the nature of the reality. So therefore, the term philosophy is not a single definition, while the etymologically meaning of the term philosophy is a single definition, like philo and sophia. Philo means love and sophia means wisdom. Therefore, we must know about love of wisdom. Love of wisdom means we can affection of the each and every discipline. You want to study about plant, like botany means you are love with the botany. You are study about you want to study about the animals means, that means zoology means you can affection with that field. So therefore, whatever, whether it is astronomy, astrology, mathematics, logic, you can affection with that particular field. That it is a field of the philosophy of reality. Philosophy of reality. The nature and scope of philosophy. What is the nature and what is the scope of philosophy? So the philosophy can know about, that means to know about ultimate reality. What is the supreme knowledge? What is the ultimate knowledge we can know about? Knowledge is the most important discussing matter of philosophy, while the branches of philosophy is three division we will discuss now. So in the philosophy also deal with animal and plants life, like biology. Like the philosophy and literature are closely related to each other. The chief instrument of philosophy is logic, because logic can discuss about the science of inquiry, science of reasoning, like that. Philosophy also deal with science. So without science we cannot generate anything. It is tries to find out the origin of the science, possibility of the changing the method of the science. So therefore philosophy of the nature and scope is to know the ultimate reality. So what is the ultimate reality? Now we go to the branches of philosophy. According to philosophy, basically there are the three main branches in philosophy, like metaphysics, epistemology, axiology. In Indian philosophy, simply we know that the term Satchitananda, like Satchidananda, like metaphysics, epistemology, axiology. Metaphysics is study about the beyond our sense experience, like transcendental. So just you can know about the term metaphysics. The two technical term is here, meta and physics. Physics is beyond our sense, metaphysics is beyond our sense experience, but physics is immanent. So according to philosophy, it is a study about the three important reality of the metaphysical study, like God, world, soul. So among these three reality, we cannot understood right our perceptional, that means through our sense experience. It is beyond our sense experience. That for example, God, world, soul, we cannot perceive indirectly. So beyond our, there are the five sense organs, like touch, tongue, nose, eyes and ear. So beyond that sense experience, we can observe, we can pursue that particular field of the knowledge, that it is called metaphysics. The second stage, which is called epistemology. Epistemology means study about knowledge or theory of knowledge. In particularly the metaphysical study, the God can be creation the world. After the world, the soul can be established. The soul means Atman or Brahman or the Jiva or Purusha, like that. So that Jiva, each and every soul having the knowledge. So that knowledge based on the sense experience. So the knowledge can getting the that particular concept. That means in the concept of while the Indian philosophical system, epistemology, the epistemology concerns the various theory of knowledge, the philosophical study of the nature, origin and limit of the human being. Like the term episteme, it's a Greek term which means knowledge, and logo means reason. The two important theory, rationalism and empiricism. While that Indian philosophical system, the source of knowledge or theory of knowledge, we simply called pramanas. Literally mean proof and means of knowledge. There are the 6 forms of the pramanas in Indian philosophical system, namely Pratyaksha, Anumana, Upamana, Shabda, Arthapadi and Anuplabdi. In simply we called perception, inference, comparison, verbal testimony, postulation and negation or a non-perception. So it is the source of the knowledge can getting from these 6 ways only. The perception is the ultimate reality, because perception is the first source of knowledge. After perception we are getting the inference. According to Indian philosophical system, all the 9 schools are admitting for the perception. So in that sense experience is the purely based on the perception. Then the third stage of the philosophy, it's axiology. That means the God can create the world. After the world, the soul is exist. After them, each and every soul having the source of knowledge. After getting the source of knowledge, we can evaluate it. that means axiology. There are the three important values according to philosophy: ethics, aesthetics, logics. So ethics is one among the most important values in the human life. So the ethics is study about human conduct or examine of the moral values. It's also called simply called moral philosophy. The ethics is a study about what is right and what is wrong, what is good and what is bad. It's a study about the behavior or study about the conduct. And the aesthetics is also one of the value in philosophical system. It's a study about beauty, study of the beauty, nature, aesthetics experience, like with music, art, literature, dance, it's etc. like that. So we can everyone subjective and objective of the aesthetic values. The final values are logic. It is a science of reasoning. So science is the most important value in Indian philosophical system and Western philosophical system. So without a logical system, we cannot measure anything in the world. So because the word logic is derived from the Greek root logos, which means thought or word or language. So there are so many definitions. It's not a single definition for the term logic, but in the concept of logic is more important. According to Aristotle, according to the Indian philosophical system, the logic is the more important value in the most of the philosophical system. In that, logic is basically classified into two stages: inductive logic and deductive logic. The inductive logic means from specific fact to the generalization, and deduction is the general to the specific. That means induction is a particular to generality and deduction is a general to particular. See, in that the word ethics is derived from the Greek root ethos. In simply we called ethos means character or a habit, and ethics code is part of parcel of the human societies, human society. Ethics is classified into normative and descriptive. Even metaethics, normative ethics, applied ethics, the branch of knowledge that deal with the moral principles, the moral principles that govern a person behavior or the conducting of the activity. Like aesthetics, the word aesthetics is derived from the Greek aesthetikos, meaning aesthetics sensitive in the sense of perception. Aesthetic or aesthetica is a branch of philosophy that deal with the nature of beauty and taste as well as the philosophy of art. While the aesthetic cover both natural and artificial source of the aesthetical experience and judgment. That aesthetic is a more important value in like ethics, aesthetics, logic. All these values, all these axiological values more important to the in philosophical sense. The some other major traditional in philosophical system like idealism, realism, pragmatism, existentialism, empiricism, rationalism, materialism, modernism and postmodernism. It is one of the methods in the philosophical system. So it is friends, this is for this simple introduction to the philosophy. So in further we will discuss about the each and every branches very briefly. Thank you.